welcoming sense of friendship and a sense of relaxations and everything you can feel at home. So when we come back here, every time we see the familiar faces and we look at the doorman, three of them, we look at people we know, they call our names and then ask what's going on, they share their fishing trip with us. You just feel like this is a place that I so belong to.
We live in a world surrounded by brands.
Today, I think brands are won and lost in a much shorter period of time.
Great brands deliver on their promise.
When we have a brand that really works well within our organization, we certainly stick with that brand.
Our relationships with brands inspire what we buy, where we work, and where we stay. A brand is made up of countless experiences. Everything from the brand's name, its logo, its slogan, spokesperson, the brand's actual product or service, and what people say about it both on and offline. A brand is something someone is willing to pay a premium for. The Fairmont brand is all about turning moments into memories. The Fairmont brand experience is something you won't find anywhere else. The experience starts with you. Each of us, everything that we do at work, interacting with our guests and each other, is part of defining the Fairmont brand. All brands stand for something. We know which ones we have connections with and which ones we don't. We want our guests to have a strong emotional connection with us. We do this first by truly recognizing how important service is to the Fairmont brand as we work together to turn moments into memories by creating meaningful connections with our guests. But what makes service at Fairmont different? Our colleagues have the ability to build emotional connections because they have something called emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is one of the most important and fundamental human skills. People who are emotionally intelligent tend to be more successful in life, happier, build better relationships, and succeed more in their jobs. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships with empathy and good judgment. Emotional intelligence allows us to make emotional connections, and that's what our business is really all about.
And to establish a personal connection, take each guest, to make it more personal and find a way to connect with each guest versus just kind of thinking of it as a transaction by transaction. Find a way to really make a connection because in my opinion, and especially for us, it's more likely that that guest will come back seeking that same level of high service versus if there isn't that connection and it just seems very automated and not authentic.
But doesn't emotional intelligence all come naturally? Something you either have or you don't? Or is it something that can be learned? What does it mean to live the brand? How we live our brand is answered by our service promise. Understanding each guest as a unique individual. Taking the time to learn more about their purpose of stay, their perspectives, their preferences, and their passions. Engaging each guest with warmth, genuine kindness, and energy. By considering your cues, engaging with emotional intelligence, and closing with warmth to make a great last and lasting impression. Anticipating the needs of each guest before we are asked. Finding even better ways to respond to requests, make our guest stays easier, and delight them, turning moments into memories. Delivering a problem-free experience. Raising the bar together every day to make things flawless first. Taking a new approach to remarkable recovery in a way that forges even stronger relationships between colleagues, guests, and our brand. Making sure that we are always improving. Living the brand is what we do. We all choose to work here because we believe in the Fairmont brand. Our guests choose to come here because they believe in the Fairmont brand too.
Living a brand is really, goes back to what the core values are of the company and how you align to it. It's that feel that you get that's kind of a sixth sense when you walk through the door, and it's a really important factor.
We'll be taking a closer look at each component of our service promise, one at a time.